Up this morning. Next, though, Russia is set to become the world's nuclear dump. A lucrative agreement withdrawn by President Bush but resubmitted by President Obama is moving ever closer to coming into effect. Now, it gives the go-ahead for the storage of all nuclear waste from American power stations, which accounts for about 80% of the total global amount. Amanda Walker has more from Siberia.
The tranquility of this picturesque Siberian scene is deceptive. Shrouded by forest, this is the closed nuclear city of Zheleznogorsk. These pools next to the river are already contaminated. Amid the silver birches, construction is underway on extending this plant to house an overwhelming proportion of the world's nuclear waste. A stone's throw away, the inhabitants of this village have little idea of what the future could hold if the so-called 1-2-3 agreement goes ahead. 2,500 miles away in Moscow, activists say the reality is clear. Russia is set to become an international radioactive garbage dump.
Billions of dollars Russia will receive from this project will go to the private pockets of the bureaucrats. For Russia it would mean, for the original Russian people, it would mean more risks of nuclear accidents.
This secretly obtained footage is from a research facility near Russia's other main nuclear plant in the Urals. The deformed fetuses were aborted from women living in a contaminated area. Activists in Siberia fear the same fate may await their own environment.
This is a great river, one of the biggest in Russia. Rivers are blood vessels of our planet. Why should Russia get the waste after someone else gets the energy? It's like sending your dirty dishes to your neighbor, with one big difference: the dishes are not radioactive.
Housing such high quantities of deadly material also raises big security fears. The proximity of the plant to what is effectively a transport route does raise fears over terrorists gaining access.
There isn't much of a visible security presence along the perimeter, although we did think we saw a boat earlier monitoring what we were doing. That certainly wasn't the case a few years ago when activists managed to access the plant by boat.
This man is standing on the roof of the most dangerous part of the plant. Beneath his feet, radioactive material is being stored and reprocessed. With the so-called resetting of relations, it looks increasingly likely that this deal will go ahead. Russia has already agreed to it. The fate of this isolated and forgotten region now lies with Washington. Amanda Walker, Sky News, Siberia.